How would you describe Edinburgh's own tech and startup scene as opposed to the rest of the countries?
I think Edinburgh's interesting in that there is so much talent, particularly tech talent here, and there is a really vibrant kind of tech startup scene. And we now do have a couple of like huge success stories in like so Skyscanner and FanDuel, and then there's others kind of coming through. So generally in an ecosystem, you get those big successes, and then that filters back into the rest of the community. I think Edinburgh can be a little bit fragmented at times. There's lots of different groups like trying to, I guess, like own or sort of look after the kind of the tech community. And for such a small place, it could maybe be a little bit more tight knit. But I guess like in comparison to somewhere like London, which is just so vast and huge, there's advantages to that to be in a smaller network. And as I said, obviously I've spent a lot of time in Newcastle, and I think Newcastle is very similar to Edinburgh in terms of size and the sort of tech stuff going on. So it's definitely a good place to start a business.
So young entrepreneur, possibly at university within Edinburgh, what advice would you give to them if they wanted to get involved in the sort of startup scene?
I guess there's lots of different meetups and stuff going on, either through the universities or externally. So just, I guess, getting out and speaking to people in the community, people who are working in it and have businesses, and trying to find potentially opportunities to work with other companies and learn from them. Get involved in hackathons like Product Forge, where you meet lots of interesting people. So like we've hired people off the back of the last hackathon with Product Forge, where I met yourself, and we took on a developer out the back of that. So there's opportunities there. But I guess I think, like for me, there's a little bit of a trend at the minute where people are want to do a startup for the sake of doing a startup. So
they've read the Lean Startup handbook, and
so it's like
something enthralled.
I guess like don't force it. Like if there's not a particular area that you're passionate about, or a problem that you've seen that you understand or you can empathize with and that you want to solve, like I think it's a pretty fast road to being unhappy and not making progress, to just pick something because you want to do something, and it's just the first idea you came up with, and this is what I'm going to do. So I guess there's no rush to get into it. Like the kind of the tech startup scene's not going anywhere. Like
there's enough on offer without having to just launch right.
Yeah, there's so many things that are unsolved and things that can be improved in various sectors and industries that just kind of wait for